All right, so are you ready to dive into this GTA 6 stuff?
Oh, yeah. I've been looking over all this stuff you sent.
It's a lot, right?
Yeah, a lot of articles and forum posts, even a Wikipedia entry.
I know, it seems like the whole internet is losing its mind over this game.
It's understandable, though. It does feel like we've been waiting forever.
It does. And, everyone wants to know what's actually going on.
Yeah, are we actually getting close, or is this just more hype?
Exactly.
Hmm.
So that's our mission today, to figure out what we actually K-N-O-W about GTA 6.
Okay, so like separating fact from fiction.
Right. What's likely true and what's probably just wishful thinking from the fans.
I mean, it's kind of crazy how much people are already reading into everything.
I know, it's like everyone's trying to solve a puzzle with only like half the pieces.
That's a good way to put it. So where do we even start?
Let's start with the basics, the things Rockstar has actually confirmed.
Okay, so the solid facts.
Right. So officially, it all started back in February 2022.
That's when Rockstar finally admitted that GTA 6 was in development.
And that was pretty much it. Just a quick, yep, it's happening.
Classic Rockstar, right?
Total masters of the slow burn. They know how to keep us on the hook.
For sure. So after that initial announcement, it was radio silence for over a year.
Until December 2023, when we finally got that first trailer.
And what a trailer it was. Vice City, baby.
Back in all its glory. But this time, it's a modern-day take on it, right?
Yeah, inspired by Miami and the whole state of Florida.
Which they're calling Leonida in the game. I kind of like that name.
Yeah, it's got a nice ring to it.
So we got Vice City, we got a release window, and of course we got our first look at the protagonists.
Lucia, our female protagonist.
And, well, the male protagonist is still a bit of a mystery.
Yeah, his name hasn't been officially confirmed yet.
Though there's been some buzz around the name Jason.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely get into that later. But as far as confirmed info, the trailer also gave us a target release window.
Late 2025 Q3 or Q4.
And initially, it's only for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series XS.
Right, PC gamers are still waiting for confirmation.
But here's the thing. Take-Two just reiterated that fall 2025 release is on track.
Really?
Just recent.
Yeah, during their November 2024 earnings call.
Wow. So you think they'd do that if a delay was coming?
Makes you think, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've talked about the confirmed stuff. Now we got to talk about the leaks.
Oh, yeah, the elephant in the room.
Or should we say the leakers in the chat room?
Right, September 2022. It was like a bomb went off.
90 gameplay videos just suddenly appeared online.
90? That's insane.
I know, and it wasn't just like quick glimpses either. It was early builds animations, even character interactions.
Like full-on gameplay footage.
Yeah.
And it was clear enough that people could really see what was going on.
Which I think made some people nervous, right? Like, is this what we're waiting for?
Yeah, because it was unfinished. It wasn't polished. It wasn't the final product.
Right, so of course Rockstar had to confirm that it was real.
And then it was like a mad scramble to get it all scrubbed from the internet.
It was wild. And, it sparked a whole debate about the development process in general. Yeah, like how much should we be seeing of these unfinished games?
And what's the impact on the developers when all their work gets exposed like that?
It's a tricky situation for sure.
Definitely. But, aside from all the controversy, the leaks did give us some potential insights.
Like the possibility that the male protagonist is named Jason?
Yeah, there
Yeah.
were some dialogue snippets that seemed to suggest that.
Right. But again, it's not official.
Just a strong theory. And then just a few days ago, in January 2025, we had another leak.
The dev kit photo.
Yeah, someone snapped a picture of a PS5 dev kit, supposedly inside Rockstar San Diego.
With the game running. But the photo was so blurry.
I know it's practically useless.
More of a tease than an actual leak.
Speaking of teases, we can't forget about Strauss Zelnick, the CEO of Take-Two.
Oh man, this guy loves to drop hints.
He's been teasing GTA 6 for years. Extraordinary, breathtaking, worth waiting for.
All hype, no details.
But it's working, right? The analysts are going crazy with their predictions.
Oh yeah, they're saying GTA 6 could make $3.2 billion in its first year alone.
That's insane. I mean, more money than some countries make in a year.
It's mind-boggling. And it shows just how much faith they have in this game.
For sure. But is it all hype? Or is there something more to it?
That's the question, isn't it?
Like, is this just riding on the coattails of GTA 5, or is there something truly special about this game?
Well, GTA 5 was a massive success, obviously. But this level of hype, even for Rockstar, is unprecedented.
It's true. There's something about GTA 6 that has captured everyone's imagination.
It's like this cultural phenomenon that's just waiting to explode.
Okay, so we've got the confirmed facts, we've got the leaks, and we've got the hype. But what about the people who actually follow game development closely?
Yeah, the industry insiders.
What are they saying about all this?
But we have to talk about Jason Schreier.
Ah, yes, the Bloomberg journalist.
This guy is known for his accurate scoops and deep connections in the gaming world.
He's like the oracle of gaming news. If Schreier says something, people listen.
Exactly. And initially he reported that GTA 6 would be a moderately sized release at launch.
Interesting. So not this massive, sprawling epic that everyone's expecting.
Right. His sources said that Rockstar was planning to expand the game over time through updates.
Okay, so a more sustainable approach to development.
Exactly. Which makes sense considering all the criticism Rockstar has received about crunch culture.
Yeah, they've been accused of pushing their employees too hard in the past.
So releasing a smaller core game and then adding to it over time could be a way to avoid that.
But is that even realistic for a game with this level of anticipation?
That's a good question. Can you really launch a moderately sized GTA 6 and expect fans to be happy?
I don't know. It seems risky.
It does. And Schreier himself seems to be having second thoughts.
Really? What makes you say that?
Well, just last month in December 2024, he updated his prediction.
Oh, wow. So just a few weeks ago.
Yeah. He's now saying that he expects a delay to 2026.
A full year delay. That's a big deal.
It is. And he's attributing it to Rockstar's commitment to avoiding crunch and the sheer scale of what they're trying to achieve.
Which makes sense. Rockstar games are known for their complexity and depth.
They are. It's not like they just churn these things out.
Right, and they've delayed games before.
Yeah, and it's usually been for the better.
Better to wait and get it right than rush it and have another Cyberpunk 2077 situation.
Oh, absolutely. Nobody wants that.
Okay, so we've heard from the analysts, the industry insiders, and even Rockstar themselves, though, through very carefully chosen words.
Right, tight-lipped as always.
But what about the people on the front lines? The ones actually building this game?
The developers themselves?
Exactly. Have any of them dropped any hints?
There have been a few interesting comments from Rockstar devs on LinkedIn and Twitter.
Oh, really? Like what?
Well, they're staying tight-lipped, of course.
Yeah.
Got to keep those NDAs intact.
Of course. But you're saying there are hints?
Yeah, just some vague stuff about 2025 being a big year for the company.
Which, I mean, is that really a surprise?
Not really, but it's something.
I guess so. It's like saying water is wet. Of course 2025 is going to be a big year for Rockstar if GTA 6 is actually launching then.
Right. But it's still interesting to see that they're acknowledging it.
It makes you wonder what they're cooking up behind the scenes.
Right. Like, are we finally going to get that second trailer?
Or some gameplay reveals. Maybe even a release date.
Your guess is as good as mine at this point.
But there was one incident where a Rockstar dev had to go public to debunk a fan theory that had spiraled out of control.
Oh, yeah. What was that all about?
The whole 27 thing.
Oh, right. The number 27.
It all started with a photo that a Rockstar employee posted online.
Okay.
Some eagle-eyed fans noticed a notepad in the background with 12.27 written on it.
Oh, no.
And of course they went into overdrive.
Connecting it to everything they could possibly find.
Exactly. Like the fact that Florida is the 27th state.
Right. And then there was that hotel in Vice City with 27 in its name.
Oh, yeah, and that car dealership, too.
It was like a full-blown conspiracy theory.
And it got so intense that the poor dev had to publicly clarify that the note was just his vacation plans.
Oh, man. Talk about taking things too far.
Right. But, I mean, it's kind of amazing how invested people are in this game.
It really is. They're analyzing every little detail, every tweet, every blurry photo.
It's like a collective detective agency working overtime to uncover the secrets of GTA 6.
And the internet never disappoints, does it?
Never. Okay, so we've got the confirmed facts, the impact of those leaks, and even a glimpse into the wild world of fan theories.
Where do we go from here?
Now it's time to dive into the more nuanced detail.
Okay, so, like what?
Well, we've got those financial projections to analyze comments from Rockstar employees and even some whispers about what the game itself might actually contain.
This is where it gets really interesting.
It does! Listener, get ready because we're about to go deep.
So those financial projections we talked about.
Yeah, $3.2 billion in revenue in its first year.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Like more money than some countries see in a year?
I know. It really makes you think about the scale of this release, doesn't it?
It does. And we have to remember, that's revenue, not profit.
Right. There are those rumors about the development budget being around $2 billion.
Yeah, though Rockstar hasn't officially confirmed that.
$2 billion. No wonder the pressure's on.
I mean, think about it. GTA 5 has sold over 205 million copies since it came out back in 2013.
Wow. That's a lot of copies.
It is. So from a business perspective, it makes sense that Take-Two would be willing to invest heavily in the sequel.
Yeah, it's like betting on a sure thing. And speaking of GTA 5, one of the actors from that game has been talking about GTA 6.
Oh, yeah, Sean Fontino, the voice of Franklin.
He said he thinks GTA 6 is going to set a lot of records.
He even joked that people are going to be calling out sick from work when it launches.
I can see it happening. It really does feel like GTA 6 is going to be more than just a game release.
Yeah, it's going to be an event.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's shift gears a bit and talk about the chatter from Rockstar employees themselves.
Yeah, we found some interesting comments from devs on platforms like LinkedIn and Twitter.
Right. They're staying tight-lipped, of course, but there are definitely some hints being dropped. Well, one employee, Giorgio Jankowski, said that 2025 is going to be one of the most exciting years for Rockstar games.
Is that really a surprise, though?
Not really,
Yeah.
but it's a bold statement considering how quiet they've been.
It makes you wonder what they're planning behind the scenes.
Right. Like, are we finally going to get a new trailer?
Maybe some gameplay reveal?
Who knows? But Rockstar knows how to build anticipation.
They're masters of it.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got massive financial expectations, enthusiastic developers, and a fan base that's practically vibrating with excitement.
But what about the game itself?
Yeah, what have we actually learned about what GTA 6 might be like?
Well, there are a few juicy tidbits scattered throughout these articles.
Okay, like what?
Well, one mentions a higher quality version of the trailer that was supposedly uploaded to Bilibili, a video sharing platform in China.
Oh, yeah, I read about that.
Mhm.
Apparently, you can see some interesting details that you can't really make out in the official version.
Right, like stretch marks on characters' thighs.
Really? They're going
Yes.
that detailed?
Apparently so. And even more detailed textures on car interiors.
Wow. It sounds like they're really pushing the boundaries of visual fidelity.
Which makes sense, since it's a next-gen exclusive. They have the hardware to work with.
That's true. There's also that Reddit thread where fans are calling for the inclusion of decimal places in the money counter.
Oh, yeah. That would be helpful, especially for those who have played GTA Online.
Right, you're dealing with millions, even billions of dollars. It gets hard to read those big numbers.
It does.
Mm,
So, yeah, that seems like a small detail, but it would definitely improve the user experience.
I agree. And speaking of gameplay, there's been a lot of discussion about potential new mechanics based on what we saw in the leaked footage.
Oh, yeah. Like the rumor that you might not be able to pull out a gun in certain locations.
Yeah, I'm curious about that one. Do you think it could work?
I think it could be really interesting. It would definitely add some realism and tension to the game.
Yeah, imagine having to rely on stealth or hand-to-hand combat in a situation where you normally just whip out a weapon.
It would make you think twice before going in guns blazing.
For sure. So it seems like Rockstar is experimenting with other new features too.
Like the theory that those social media clips we see in the trailer might actually be a new kind of cutscene.
Wait, really?
Yeah, like integrated into the game world.
That would be cool. Imagine getting updates on the story or character development through in-game social media feeds.
Right. It would be so immersive,
And really tap into our obsession with social media.
for better or worse.
Yes.
Okay, so stunning visuals, gameplay tweaks that could change the way we play, and maybe even some innovative storytelling techniques.
What else is there?
Well, there's that theory about more realistic vehicle physics in GTA 6.
Oh yeah, someone on Reddit pointed out a detail in the trailer showing the rear mudguard of a motocross bike wiggling up and down as it goes over bumps.
That's attention to detail. If they're putting that much effort into the motorcycles, imagine what the cars are going to be like.
It's exciting to think about. And of course, we can't forget about the online component of the game. GTA Online, it's basically its own ecosystem at this point.
It's been incredibly successful for Rockstar.
So what do your sources say about GTA 6 Online? Is it going to be a big part of the game?
It seems that way. Most of the sources you've provided agree that GTA 6 Online is going to be significant.
Which makes sense considering how much money GTA Online has made.
Exactly. And knowing Rockstar, they're going to have some ambitious plans for it.
I think it's safe to say that whatever they have in store is going to be bigger and more elaborate than anything we've seen in GTA Online.
But let's not get too carried away. We still need to talk about the story and the characters.
Right. What do we actually know about the narrative so far, besides the fact that we have two protagonists running around Vice City?
Not much, to be honest. Rockstar is always very secretive about story details.
That's true. And the trailer only gave us a few quick glimpses of the characters and the setting.
But of course, that hasn't stopped the internet from spinning up some theories.
I bet. What are some of the more interesting ones you've come across?
Well, one that's been gaining traction is that Lucia might be connected to a character from a previous GTA game.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I won't spoil who it is, but it's an interesting theory.
You've got me curious. And are there any other theories floating around out there?
There's also a theory based on the "look who's back" line from the trailer that one of the protagonists might be a returning character.
Wow, that would be huge. I can already imagine the meltdown on Twitter if that turned out to be true.
It would be a major twist for sure. But again, it's all just speculation at this point.
Right, so we've got potential connections to past games, mysterious protagonists, and a whole lot of unanswered questions.
It seems like Rockstar is sticking to their classic formula.
They definitely know how to keep us guessing. Okay, so we've covered potential gameplay features, the online component, the finances, even the wild world of fan theories.
What else is there to discuss?
The big one, the release date.
Ah, yes. The question on everyone's mind.
Is that late 2025 window actually realistic?
Well, to answer that, we need to look at what the experts are saying and how Rockstar has handled release dates in the past.
Okay, so where do the industry experts stand on this whole release date thing?
Well, remember Jason Schreier, the Bloomberg journalist?
Yeah, the one who initially said it would be a moderately sized release.
Right. Well, he's actually changed his prediction.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's now saying he expects GTA 6 to be pushed back to 2026.
A full year delay.
Wow.
It is. And he's basing this on Rockstar's commitment to avoiding crunch and the massive scope of the game.
I mean, it makes sense, right? A game this big, it's going to take time.
It's not like they can just snap their fingers and make it appear.
Exactly. Plus, Rockstar has never been a company to rush their games.
They've delayed games before, and it's usually been for the better.
Right. Quality over speed. But
Yeah.
the fact that we haven't heard much from them in like a year.
Yeah, it's making people nervous.
We're already into 2025, and
Yeah.
all we have is that first trailer and a blurry photo of a dev kit.
It's like everyone's starving for information, and that photo was barely a crumb. It was more of a tease than anything else.
Yeah, but it shows just how much people are anticipating this game.
The hype is real, but the lack of a second trailer, especially this close to the supposed release date.
It's making some people think that a delay is inevitable.
And some fans are saying that based on Rockstar's past marketing strategies, we should have seen a second trailer by now.
Yeah, they usually release a second trailer 6 to 8 months before a big launch.
So we're cutting it pretty close.
We are.
Yeah.
But there are also those who think that this radio silence is actually a good sign.
Wait, really? How could silence be a good thing?
Well, one of the sources you provided, quote, a GTA fan account, that argues that Rockstar wouldn't be so quiet if they were planning to delay the game.
Interesting.
They're saying that in the past, when there have been delays, Rockstar has usually tried to soften the blow by releasing some new information.
Like screenshots or gameplay details, something to tide the fans over.
Exactly. So the theory is that if they were planning to push the game back, they would have given us something by now.
To keep the fans happy.
Right. So their silence could actually be a sign of confidence.
That they're sticking to the plan and don't feel the need to distract us with anything new.
That's the thinking. But it's a risky strategy.
It is. But then again, this is Rockstar. They don't always play by the rules.
And they've still managed to achieve incredible success.
That's true. I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens.
All you can do is speculate until Rockstar makes an official announcement.
Well, this has been a fascinating deep dive.
It has. We've explored the confirmed facts, analyzed the leaks, considered industry insights, and even delved into the world of fan theories.
And one thing is for sure.
GTA 6 is shaping up to be a massive release.
A game that could potentially redefine the gaming world.
So, listener, what do you think?
You've heard all the evidence, you've seen the speculation. Now it's time to make your own prediction.
Do you think Rockstar will be able to hit that late 2025 release date?
And what kind of impact do you think GTA 6 will have on the gaming world when it finally launches?
Those are the questions we'll leave you with.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of GTA 6. We'll be back soon with another episode, so stay tuned.